are requested to proceed to gate A23 immediately. Votre attention s'il vous plaît. Les passagers enregistrés sur le vol Lufthansa Star Alliance.
Missions, and specifically world missions, is extremely essential to everything we do in RUF and as a campus minister. In RUF, one of our goals is evangelism and mission, meaning that a student is not really being discipled and growing toward maturity unless his heart and his mind are being captured with the longing for evangelism and mission. Participating on a spring break mission trip, for example, is a wonderful opportunity for them to be able to catch that vision. Because over a 1 week period, what we're really wanting is for students to get out of their comfort zones, to go to a place that's very unfamiliar to them, in a different culture, a different climate, a different language, and to be able to see that the same God who is at work in their hometown, in their college town, is also at work in this foreign country. So that when they come back to their context, back to their city, they might put into practice the things that they've learned while on that mission trip. My name is Justin Clement, and I'm the RUF campus minister at the University of Georgia, and I'm here in Athens, Greece.
So the last couple of days, we were actually helping out with some of the refugees that were here in town, and that was really just an incredible and eye-opening experience, just to see them as people and to see that I have to depend on God every day.
The most important thing is that it is biblical, and by this I mean just grab your New Testament, and you can read all the epistles, and somehow it is biblical, that having some students from the church coming to visit other students, here and the church here in Greece is like somehow like the Romans need to know what is happening to the Thessalonians, and what is happening to the Thessalonians was important for the Romans. I think this is the biblical way of, to see the body of Christ all over the world.
When we entered this anarchist neighborhood in a city all the way across the world, and there was a church planted inside the heart, the very first, church that was bringing the light of Jesus into this place. I had never seen a clearer picture in my entire adult life of the gospel. To get a vision for what Jesus is doing in my life in such a clear manner, in a place where I don't even speak the language, was incredible.
Sometimes we describe it this way, that we had this, we call it Nineveh syndrome, where the children of God are called to go to a place, and they think that the best thing that they're going to do is they're going to change this world over there. But actually, the first one to be changed through the contact with Nineveh, it is the people of God.
For students to be able to come here, to actually stand here on Mars Hill, to be able to follow in the footsteps of Paul, it brings the Bible alive. But also it allows many of our students to catch a vision for world missions, to understand that God is bigger than America. God is at work throughout the world. And I even have bold goals of hoping that some of the students that graduate from our RUF group and the groups from around the country would catch a vision for world mission and long to be missionaries throughout the world, not only Europe, but also the Far East and Africa, and essentially the entire world. So that's the reason why we're here in Europe. Is it expensive? Yes. Is it eye-opening? Yes. Is it worth it? You better believe it.